Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to Formula Amateur, where today we'll be discussing the fascinating sport that is Formula E. Everything about the background information on it, to the teams, how many races they've taken part, who's driving for them in the new season, how long has the sport been going on for, who are the team principals, when are the races, where are the races, how many races are there, what tyres do they use. We are discussing all of this. So Okay, so let's start off with the background information on what is Formula E. So this motorsport is the first of its kind, as it was the first one to ever use cars that are only powered on electricity. So the cars run on Gen 3 Evo engines from its 11th season onwards, when it occurred in 2025. The season has concluded, but it is about to start its 12th season in December. This car is 30% faster than the current Formula 1 car and 36% faster than its Gen 3 predecessor. And as of recording, the Formula E organization, which is run by the FIA, just like Formula 1, has finished its testing sessions as well, and they do separate ones for women, and a lot of women are reserve drivers in Formula E. Right now there aren't any Formula E women's drivers, but there have been in the past. So just like in Formula 1, there are 10 teams on the Formula E grid. There's Andretti Formula E, who have been in all 148 races, and their team principal is Roger Griffiths. And then in Citroën Racing, they've also been in 148 races, and their team principal is Cyril Blay. Then in Cupra Cairo, they've also been in 148 races, and their team principal is Russell O'Hagan. In DS Penske, they've been in 148 races, and their team So for Envision Racing, who have been in 148 races, their team principal is Sylvain Filippi. And then in Jaguar TCS Racing, they have been in 127 of the races, and their team principal is Ian James. And then for Lola Yamaha ABT Formula E team, they've been in 131 races, and their team principal is Mark Preston. And then in Mahindra Racing, they've been in 147 races, and their team principal is Frederick Bertrand. And then in the Nissan Formula E team, they've been in 148 races, and their team principal is Tommaso Volpe. And then in Porsche Formula E team, they've been in 90 of the races, and their team principal is Florian. So now let's talk about the drivers. Specifically, some of these drivers have been involved in other Formula racing, or they've come from racing backgrounds that I'm not aware of. So for Andretti Formula E, it's Jake Dennis and Felipe Drugovich. In Citroën Racing is Jean-Eric Verne and Nick Cassidy. In Cupra Cairo is Josep Maria Marti and Dan Ticktum. In DS Penske it's Maximilian Gunther and Taylor Barnard. In Envision Racing is Sebastian Buemi and Joel Eriksson. In Jaguar TCS Racing, it's Mitch Evans and Antonio Felix da Costa. And then in Lola Yamaha ABT Formula E team, it's Lucas de Grassi and Zane Maloney. In Mahindra Racing, it's Eduardo Mortara and Nick de Vries. In Nissan Formula E team, it's Oliver Rowland and Norman Nato. And in Porsche Formula E team, it's Pascal Verlaine and Nico Muller. So now let's talk about the races themselves, and just as a bit of background information additionally to all the background information I already gave, the tyres on all the cars are Hankook tyres, unlike Pirelli, which is used in Formula 1 and 2 and 3 and Formula 1 Academy as well. So there are 17 races in the 2025-2026 calendar, and the first one is in Sao Paulo, Brazil on the 6th of December, and then the second one is in Mexico City in Mexico on the 10th of January. Then the third is in Miami, Florida in the USA on the 31st of January. Then the fourth one is in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia on the 13th of February, and this is where it gets a bit more different. It gets a bit different to what we're used to with Formula 1, because sometimes some races are over the span of a weekend and some are over the span of one day, and in that regard the fourth race is in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia on the 13th of February, and then the fifth is also in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia on the 14th of February. And then the sixth race is in Madrid in Spain on the 21st of March, and then the seventh race is in Berlin in Germany on the 2nd of May. This is followed by another Berlin, Germany race on the 3rd of May, and then on the 9th race is the Monaco race in the Principality of Monaco on the 16th of May, and then the 10th race is also in Monaco on the 17th of May, and then the 11th race is in Sanya in China on the 20th of June, the 12th race is in Shanghai, China on the 4th of July, the 13th race is in Shanghai, China on the 5th of July, and then the 14th race is in Tokyo, Japan on the 25th of July, and then the 15th race is in Tokyo, Japan on the 26th of July, the 16th race is in London in the United Kingdom on the 15th of August, and the 17th and final one is also in London in the United Kingdom on the 16th of August, and this one specifically is around the Excel Centre where the Formula 1 exhibition was this year. So that's everything that you need to know, the basics about Formula E, and hopefully one day I can start talking about Formula E. Maybe around the time when the season starts I can start talking about it, if that is something that people would be interested in. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and there's no race this week, so there will be no race rundown on Monday, but you'll see me next Saturday for another wonderful episode of Formula Amateur. Don't forget to check out my lovely colleagues on the Be The Change Media Network. Please check out BeTheChangeMediaNetwork.com. FormulaAmateur.com is on its way as always, and as I've already said, have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.